So let's continue working with this project. First, let me open the app.js, and you can see that here on the state, we have the total, the amount, and the term. We're gonna pass this into the component that we already created. So let me remove this. And you can see, for example, we have total, amount, and term. We're gonna apply a destructuring right here. So we're gonna use const, we're gonna use term, amount, and total. And this is coming from the state. So this is going to create these variables. And we're gonna pass this right here. So it's going to be like this, total. It's going to be the name of the drop. And we're gonna pass the variable that is called total. Then we're gonna pass the amount, which is going to be the amount. And then we're gonna pass the term, which is going to be the term. So let me open the result. You can see that we already have this console log. So let me remove this. Let me add something like hello. You can see that we have this console log for props. So we're gonna see these values. So let me save this and save this. Open the project. You can see that the props are empty. But once we add something here and calculate this, now you can see the props are going to be like this. So we're passing the data into the component. So let's display this into the results.js. So first we're gonna remove this paragraph. We're gonna create a div with a class name. And we're gonna use uFullWidth, which is our skeleton.css class. And then we're gonna use result. And then inside we're gonna create an h2 with the text results. And then we're gonna create a paragraph. And we're gonna use the load amount is equals to, and we're gonna use the curly braces like this. So this is going to be a JavaScript code. And you can see, for example, for the amount, we pass the amount prop. So it's going to be like this, props that amount, and this is going to display the loan amount. So let me save this and open the project again. So you can see we have something like this. It's empty, but once we add something here, we're gonna calculate this, and we're going to have the 1000 right here. So we need to add the rest of the information. So let me copy this and paste this 2 times. Let me show you something. You can see that we have the loan amount, and we have 1000 or 1000. We're missing the $sign right here, so you can use the $sign in this part, for example. And then we're gonna use, for example, let me remove this. We're going to use the months to repay. And we're gonna pass, you can see that we have term. So we're gonna read this, term like this. And then we have the total payment. So we're gonna use total payment like this. And the total is going to be this one right here, total. So we're gonna replace this with this. We're gonna use also here in this one the $sign. So this is going to be money. And then we're gonna save this. You can see that we have this information like this. They are empty at the moment. Once we pass something here and calculate this, now you can see we have the numbers, the loan amount, the months to repay, and also the total payment. Here on the finished project, you can see that we also have the monthly payment. So we can use, for example, let me copy this and paste it right here. So we can use monthly payment. And we can use, for example, here on the curly braces, since this is going to be JavaScript code, we can make the division props total divided to props.term. And let me save this. And here I'm missing something. And here I have to use monthly payment. So save this and open the project. And you can see that we have monthly payment. We have this, not a number. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna fix that in the next videos. So let me add, for example, 1000. And then we select the term, calculate this. And now you can see we have the loan amount. It's going to be $1,000. Then the months to repay is going to be 6. The total payment with the interest is going to be $350. And also the monthly payment is going to be $225. So we have this information. Finally, we're gonna add some CSS. Let me add here on the app, we're gonna create a new div with the class name, and it's going to be messages. We're gonna use the messages class because if you open the finished project, you can see that, let me reload this. We have this message. If we add any number right here and calculate this, we have this. And then we have the other components. So we have 3 different components. I'm gonna show you this in the next videos. But we have these messages, and also we have the result. So let's open the index.css, and here at the bottom I'm going to add some CSS. So first we're going to target the messages, which is going to contain the spinner and also the other text. We're going to use text align. It's going to be center. So it's going to center all the text. Save this, and now you can see everything is going to be centered. And then we're going to open this, and we're going to use the result. We're going to pass a border, which is going to be 2 pixels solid, and this is going to be the color that we're going to use. And finally, let me add a padding. We're going to add a padding on top of 3 rem, and left and right is going to be 0. So it's going to be like this. Once you save this, so you can see, for example, that the form is centered, but the result is taking all the space. In the case of the finished project, and calculate this, you can see that the results is going to be centered also. And this is happening. Let me open this, because we have this form and we have this padding, so we're going to add comma, and then we're going to use messages. So we're going to apply the same CSS into the messages container. So you can see the result is going to be like this. You can see, for example, the first time that you load this, we have the loan amount, and then we have this is empty, the months to repay are empty, the total payment and the monthly payment also, we have this not a number. In the case of the finished project, the first time that you reload this, we have this message. So once you add something here and you calculate this, it's going to display a different component, and this is called conditionally render a component, and we're gonna see this in the next video. Let me show you something before we finish. If you add, for example, 1000 and then you use 3 months and calculate this, you can see that we have this. There are many numbers, and maybe, for example, here on when we are paying something, we have only decimals for the cents. So for example, you can fix this by adding, let me open Studio Code, open the result, and we're gonna grab these props in a parenthesis, and then we're gonna use to fix, and then we're gonna pass 2. So this is going to be the 2 decimal points that we need when we are working with money. So we're gonna save this again. Let me add again 1000, and let me click here on 3 months, calculate this, and now you can see we have the correct number of decimals to display the cents they are going to be paid. So in the next video, we're gonna load a component, and based on the results, we're gonna display another component. We're gonna see the conditionally rendering a component.